Superman fans, welcome to your speeding bulletin for the week October 12th to October 18th, a week which saw a major development in the ongoing legal battle over the rights to Superman, 2 leaked Mattel Man of Steel toy commercials, and a disappointing decision by Cartoon Network. Let's get into it. In movie news, 2 leaked Mattel toy commercials have found their way online, revealing 2 lines of toys being released for Man of Steel in 2013. The Superman Flight Speeders commercial shows toys which launch a Superman figure through the air, while also combining to form a larger toy. While the Superman Exploders range of toys are a little weirder, with stretchy toys that allow you to fling Superman at Zod and his robot army. Now, toy commercials aren't always indicative of a film's actual story, but I think we have our answer on the whole Black Zero debate. Check out the commercials in full via the website if you haven't seen them yet. IGN.com caught a quick video interview with Man of Steel scriptwriter David Goyer to ask him about writing the Superman movie and his opinion of Michael Shannon's performance. Take a look.
I think we're going to show a side of Superman that's certainly never been depicted on film.
And lastly, anything you can say about Michael Shannon and his performance and what we might see in the film?
Awesome. I mean, my jaw was dropping when we were on set.
For those wondering, the woman next to him is Lara Pulver, who will be starring in Goya's Da Vinci's Demons TV series. Red Eye Chicago caught up with actor Harry Lennix to talk to him about his new film, Mr. Sophistication, but also asked him about working on Man of Steel. As for his role, he said, "I can tell you that General Swanwick is a US Army general and he's head of Northcom, Northern Command. Outside of that, I'm prohibited from saying anything else." During New York Comic Con this past weekend, Warner Home Video announced details on their upcoming DC Universe animated films for 2013. They also released the trailer for Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2, which features Superman, and Lego Batman the Movie DC Superheroes Unite, both set for release in early 2013. Towards the middle of 2013, Warner Bros. Will release Superman Unbound, the animated movie based on Jeff Johns' Superman Brainiac comic book storyline. Then Justice League Flashpoint, based on the 2011 Jeff Johns miniseries Flashpoint, is expected to be released in the second half of 2013. All 17 Fleischer Superman cartoons are being released in one Blu-ray collection for the first time on October 30th. You can order Max Fleischer's Superman Collector's Edition on Blu-ray in a 2-disc set from our online store. In TV news, DC Nation fans were disappointed when tuning in to Cartoon Network on Saturday morning to discover their scheduled programming had been preempted. Cartoon Network's only explanation came via a tweet later in the day which read, "Hey DC Nation fans, have you heard? DC Nation will return with all new episodes in January." Needless to say, fans and creators alike were quite angry. No official explanation has been forthcoming as yet. It's very poor form from Cartoon Network if you ask me. In comic book news, incoming writer Andy Diggle spoke with ComicVine.com about the challenge of writing action comics after Grant Morrison's run, bringing the title up into current continuity, and having all 4 superbooks coming together for a crossover.
Step in. We're going to start you'll start to see a bit more connection, a bit more continuity shared between the 4 main superbooks. You'll see Action, Superman, Superboy and Supergirl all starting to share a storyline, which is going to spin off out of Hell on Earth, the storyline that Scott Lobdell is plotting. The ramifications of what happens at the end of Hell on Earth is going to spin out into a whole new level of like raise the stakes even higher to like, you know, to like a galactic level basically, and it's going to force all of the super characters to start working together or pick a side as they kind of deal with a shared threat basically.
Watch the complete interview at ComicVine.com. DC Comics released their January 2013 solicitations this week, and we highlighted for you all the Superman related comic books and products listed. Of special note was Superboy number 16, in which Superboy and Superman turn to the Justice League for help to evict Hell from Superman's own home. And Supergirl number 16, where Supergirl finds herself having to defend Hell from Superman, Superboy and the Justice League. You can check out the entire list at the Superman homepage now. Amazingly, the Superman homepage Ask Matt fan forum has been updated once again. Matt Idelson, DC Comics editor of the Superman comic books, answers your questions about the Superman books, Come by the site now to see what he had to say. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Superboy number 13, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 4 out of 5, saying, "I like Jimmy and Lois providing a link to the Superbooks." While Mark Pritchard reviewed Smallville Season 11, Chapter 19, saying, "Points this week for moving forward somewhat on the nature of the weapons," and he rated it a 3 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from October 17 include Amy Comic Girls number 6 digital comic has been available since October 15th. Justice League number 13, available in a variant cover, a digital combo pack, and a black and white variant cover. Supergirl number 13, Young Justice number 21, Smallville Season 11 Chapter 20 digital comic we think is available October 19th, Supergirl Volume 1 Last Daughter of Krypton trade paperback, and the Amy Comic Brainiac PVC figure is available this week too.
This week we commemorate the birthday of Superman's co-creator, the late Jerry Siegel. The majority of the 10 editions of the Superman Chronicles trade paperbacks published to date contain stories written by Jerry Siegel. Get Superman Chronicles Volume 1 for just $11.24 or grab Superman Chronicles Volume 2 for just $10.62. These and the other 8 editions of the Superman Chronicles are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman Homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop.
In other news, there was a major development in the ongoing legal battle over the rights to Superman, with a judge deciding this week that an agreement signed in 1992 with DC Comics rules out any chance the heirs of Joe Shuster have of regaining his shares of the Superman copyrights. You can read the complete 18-page judgment as a PDF file at deadline.com. This puts an end to Joe Shuster's heirs recapturing his half of the original Superman rights the way the Siegel family did in 2008. Speaking of which, earlier in the week, Laura Siegel Larson, daughter of Superman co-creator Jerry Siegel, sent us an open letter to the fans giving us her view of the ongoing legal battle. You can read the complete letter on the Superman homepage. Late last week, the Siegel and Shuster Society unveiled the Superman exhibit that will now be a permanent fixture inside the Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. The display includes a statue of Superman and a telephone booth with an image that alternates between Superman and Clark Kent. An old-fashioned television loops images of Superman from the movies, TV shows and comic books, as well as home movies featuring Siegel and Shuster. If you visit the airport, you can check it out in the baggage claim area. Superman and a range of other DC Comics characters are headed to the popular HeroClix tab app, the scenario-based iPad game featuring physical toy figure recognition. According to the website, you place your HeroClix figure on your iPad to unlock special maps and comic scenarios and get ready for all-out battle. Visit HeroClixTabApp.com for further details. TV Mania have teamed with Warner Brothers Consumer Products in Europe, the Middle East and Africa to create a new affordable clothing line based on Superman. The first collection will include a line based on the upcoming Man of Steel film, with the collection available across the region from spring or summer 2013. That's all the Superman news there was for the week October 12th to October 18th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello, all you Parker Posies out there, and welcome to another edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So, after last week's tirade against Frank Miller, and how I have heard that even sometimes fans of the character Batman, which was the character that supposedly he wrote about in The Dark Knight Returns and in Batman Year One and such, that revitalized the comic industry, whatever, I decided to go ahead and watch my Batman Year One film. So for all of you out there who tell me I hate Batman, and that's the reason I don't like the Nolan franchise, I must be a glutton for punishment, because if I hate Batman, I watch a number of Batman-related things. I loved the Batman '89 movie. I love the Adam West show for different reasons, of course. I made sure I rented the serials from back in the day, the black and white, you know, where Batman falls down an elevator shaft and it looks like a dummy, like, you know, and you can tell it's not a person. And then in the next episode, he someone saved him before he hit the floor or whatever it is. But I watched Batman Year One, and I thought it was fantastic. I have heard recently, again, just kind of bringing the point home from what I said last week. Someone after that commented on Facebook somewhere that he was reading Batman Year One, and that Miller makes Batman out to be a buffoon. Bruce Wayne really has no knowledge or skill or extra talent, but that Alfred is the one who plans everything, and Alfred is the one that makes him Batman. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, I could see that that's another point of contention among fans with the writings of Frank Miller. In the animated movie, that is not the case. Alfred's barely there. I mean, he has a couple of small scenes. He is Alfred, as Alfred has always been. He's the butler of Bruce Wayne. He shows up, he says a few things, he leaves. But Bruce in this movie is the one who creates it, is the one who does all the work, and is the one who is Batman, as we always have known him to be. And I thought that the movie had a lot of heart, and it was really good. Now, I know that Frank Miller didn't write this movie, but it is based upon a book that he did write, and I certainly enjoyed the movie. And had Nolan or whomever made a live-action movie in this vein, I would have been much different toward the Nolan franchise than I normally am. On another side of animation, the Cartoon Network suddenly pulled its DC lineup. Everybody was ready to watch it last week, and then it wasn't there. It was the weirdest thing. I've seen a lot of weird things in TV. The Lois and Clark series was supposed to go to a 5th season. It was meant to go to a 5th season. A few weeks before it went to that 5th season, the to be continued font was pulled from the final episode of season 4, which ended up being the final episode of the series. I think because ABC changed hands, Disney bought it. Disney was bouncing it around because they kind of wanted to have some of their own items on television. Also, it wasn't an ABC-owned show. It was owned by another company, maybe CBS, or it was owned by someone else, and they had to pay out money to another company. Therefore, if they could put their own television shows on there, the shows that were produced by their production house, they obviously could make 100% of the profits rather than having to share the profits with another studio, another company, maybe WB, which of course wasn't an ABC property at the time. So this Young Justice thing, this Green Lantern, this whole DC Nation block being pulled out of the blue, the excuse is, surprise, DC Nation fans, it'll be back in January. That's not a good thing. I mean, they made it sound like, well, let's get excited. In January, we're going to be able to watch our shows again. How for their anniversary they decided to pull their shows. I don't understand. There's no correlation between your anniversary and whether or not a show should be on, or whether or not you should pull it at the last minute. There were promos, there were still shots, there was an entire synopsis of what the show was going to be, and it just wasn't there. I went to watch it on my DVR, and I got How to Train Your Dragon TV show, which I never even knew existed. But it's still listed on my DVR as being Young Justice, as being the episode it was supposed to be. It's just not there. So the whole program was set. Everything was set. The satellite or the cable or whatever it was that even knew that it was going to be on still thought it was going to be on. So it was odd. And I'm not sure what the real reason is. I don't know what the ratings are. Maybe they're not happy with the performance of the DC Nation block. But it was kind of crazy. And after having, many months off between seasons, and then it just coming back 2 weeks ago, now it's going to be off till January. So I think that something's going on. Something was shaken up. Something happened. It's not doing what they want it to do, or I don't even know if ratings matter on some of these cable networks. They seem to be able to do whatever they want. Clearly pulling shows that people are expecting and putting on another show. I mean, if 5 people are expecting it, they probably don't care, but who knows. So I thought it was odd. So those are two different sides of some animated things I dealt with this week. And let me know what you think. talk to you later, and thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, scum, maybe, but even scum have families.